Hey, it's Evie, welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to turn around a tiny little bit there, is another one about letting go and letting go for a specific person. So you want a specific person to come into your life, friend, ex, crush, whatever, but you are really having difficulty with the letting go process, and perhaps before now you haven't realised that that is the crucial part. The only parts that really matter in anything to do with the law of attraction and creating your own reality are intention, setting the intention and being as specific as you can about how you want that intention, exactly what you want, and letting go. All of the stuff in between is, like I've said before, is like the, I don't know, stuff that we do that makes us feel good. And if it doesn't make us feel good, then we don't do it. All we do is intend and let go. There's no need for the other stuff at all. I do it a lot because I love working with my imagination, so I enjoy doing that, and I do it without even thinking. But if it's a chore for you, then don't do that because you don't need to. Now, so you're struggling with letting go. You're feeling knotted up, you're feeling rubbish, you're feeling like you're scared to let it go in case it doesn't come to you, in case reality or the universe, whatever you think this is, decides that you don't want it anymore. Well, I can tell you that that does not happen. You can have the vaguest of thought, the vaguest of desire, which will still happen, could happen a couple of months later, and you think, whoa, once you've intended it, it's there. It's not going to go anywhere. I believe that I am creating changes in reality, shifts in reality, different reality paths maybe. I'm into quantum physics, I get that, and that quantum will, quantum states that there are infinite realities, or they think that there are infinite realities. That's how I feel that this works for me, because I love science, and thinking of it this way works for me. So, you've tried letting go because you think letting go is this one huge process, and it's one shot thing. You just get one shot at this. Not, you can try loads of times, but you have one shot to let go completely, and that's it. You've done, you've let go, yay. How unattainable is that? For the way you feel right now, how can you possibly just suddenly detach? How's that going to happen? But it's probably not going to happen. So you want to get rid of that thought that you have to do that, because you don't have to do that. What I suggest you do, and what I do, what I've always done actually, I've never really actually thought of it as being a thing, because it's just something I've done, and I didn't really think about doing a video on it, but now I've when I've looked at other stuff online, I see that people think that letting go is a huge thing. You have to let go and you have to be in alignment. And that's how you have to stay in order for this thing to come into your life. And that's so not the case. You really only have to be let go for 5 minutes for it to happen. So let's say you wake up in the morning, you feel like you do every morning, you're thinking about this person, you really want this person in your life, but you've got the same feelings that you've had every day, that knotted feeling or negative feeling or attachment. Just attachment, doesn't have to be negative or knotted or anything like that. Attachment is a feeling that you just can't, you're holding on tight, you have it in a vice-like grip. You have the situation in a vice-like grip and you can't let go. What you do is you sit quietly, and it's really good idea to sit quietly, and I still sit quietly when I do this. I get that situation in my head, and I say, right, I'm done with this now. I don't want to hold on to this anymore. I'm going to give it to reality. For me, I'm giving it to reality to open up another timeline, another reality line. That's just the way I see it. You might see it as the universe. So you might say, right, universe, I'm done with this now. Please take it from me. And then just get that feeling of relief and release when you give it over to something else, whatever that something else is. It's just a greater power, isn't it? None of us knows what it is. Think of it as a greater power, something beyond us, something we can't understand, something amazing, something magic, and it works every single time without exception, okay? It's without exception, I promise you. Nobody's going to forget, nothing's going to forget that you want this once you've done this, and you can still think about it actually. I still do. If it's something that I've handed over, I still think about it, and that's not a problem. And don't berate yourself for thinking about it. We're human beings, we think about stuff. It's just the way that we are. But you have that feeling of relief and release, and you will get that. It might take a bit of practice, you will get it, and it probably won't last that long, but that doesn't matter. Just say it lasts an hour, and then you've gone back to that feeling of attachment. Don't worry about that. Just think, gosh, I had an hour release from that. That was amazing. I'm going to try this again later, and do it again, and do it again, and do it again, and do it every day. if you did this every day for a month and kept releasing and kept getting a bit of release and relief, you will find at the end of that month, you've let it go for fairly long periods of time. And once you've done that, that's really all that you need to do. And then just accept that the times that you haven't let go, that there will be times in the day when you're still feeling it, that doesn't matter, because you've let go for periods of time. So this person will come to you when you're least expecting it in one of those periods of time that you have let go. But there's nothing that you can do about it other than give it over. You will mess it up. If you try and get in there and do something yourself and take action, you will mess it up. Believe me, you will mess it up. So just give it over to that greater power, whatever that power is. Like I say, none of us knows what that is, but we all have our own theory. And my theory is that when I have an intention, I am creating the possibility of another timeline. When I start releasing on it, that possibility is becoming a probability. And once it's a probability, that is when the magic can happen. That's what you want to do. So don't look at it as this huge thing. I have to let go completely in order to manifest this person into my life. No, you don't. You just have to let go for periods of time and feel good for periods of time. And feel good about yourself. Always feel good about yourself. Always tell yourself, always tell yourself that you are worth it, you are worthy, you are a catch. Tell yourself that every single day, that you are important, you are the priority. And then do the releasing thing, do the sit and release, let it go, sit, release, let it go. Just do it and practice it. I can't really stress strongly enough how important practice with this is. In order to get good at this, in order to get all of the stuff that you want and maybe to come to you in ways that you've never expected, amazing ways, you need to practice. And well, you might not, you might be one of those people that just gets it and does it, and great for you, but it's really not that likely. Most of us can't. It is about practice, and it might take some time to get really good at it. And I have to say that it took me probably a year when I really decided to commit to this, to get anything that I wanted, committed to it, changed my core being. I definitely did change my subconscious completely. I have changed it, but it took practice and it took commitment, and it does take that. So I would suggest that you spend some time working on that. Just keep doing the release thing, but don't then try to manifest this person into your life, because you've set the intention. That's all that you need to do. All that you need to do is intend, release. Really. I don't know whether I put this across enough, and I keep stressing it, because you can have just anything if you can do that. If you can be specific about what you want, but not about how you want it to come to you, and then release it and let it go to the greater power, then that just made me think of Hot Fuzz then, the greater good. Sorry, just having a moment then. Sometimes I say things that remind me of movies, so apologies, I'm having a weird moment. Just release it to something else, but keep doing it, keep it easier and easier and easier until you'll enjoy doing it. You'll enjoy that feeling of that release, even if it only lasts an hour. You'll feel a bit of a buzz inside, because you'll think, wow, oh my God, wow, that feels amazing. If you practice at it, I love that feeling, because I know that I've let go just for a little bit, and I can still think about it, but I still know that I've let go. Even though I'm thinking about it, I'm not hung up about it, I'm not stressed out about it. So it's all about not stressing yourself out and thinking you have to do things in a certain way because that's how you're told you should do it. No, you don't. This stuff is so much easier than it's made out to be. It really is. As soon as you cotton on to the fact that it's supposed to be easy, because it's the way we are, it's the way we move through life and the way the world turns and the way, everything is. And it's, so why would it be difficult? It's not, we just make it difficult. Human beings have just this habit of making everything so damned difficult, and it isn't. I hope this was useful. Check out my other post on zero contact, really important. And maybe go to my website if you want to read some more interesting blogs and techniques on how you can do all kinds of things with the law of attraction and make it work for you. Sign up to my newsletter, read my book, Finding Remarkable or Wishful Thinking. Any sort of interaction I get from people, it's really welcome. I'm happy to answer emails, I really am. And there's a section where you can just make a general inquiry and ask away. I'm more than happy to answer. I love interacting with people, and just if I can help somebody, that is amazing. Anyway, have a lovely rest of the evening. It's late here, it's getting dark. Sorry, the lighting's probably really bad here, but I think it's about 4:30 here in the UK. Anyway, have a lovely evening.